Hey, what's up, family? Let's do this. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John from Pro Craps. Here we go. We're going to do our morning warm-up session here again. As always, I come in completely cold, which is why we throw the sevens, I think, right? Let's do it. We have, again, $350 in the bank. We have Arnell's Dice Grinder Good Luck Charm chip today. And again, Arnell, prayers out to your family. I know that your dad's going through some stuff and you have a lot going on your plate right now. So, my thoughts and prayers are out to you and your family. Rough time. So hopefully you guys have some strength to get through that. And everybody just put your hearts out for him if you can. He's still going to be doing fantasy craps tonight. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, it sucks when our parents are having issues. So there's our 320 across. There's our 3 stacks of 10 for the any craps bet. And let's get our point established. Let's make some money here. And we'll talk again about my goals. We'll get to it more in the dice control segment, but my goals always are 3 in any time I have the dice, right? Goal number 1, get a point as fast as I can. I want to get a point. Here we have a hard 4 for the point. So roll 1, if I've got the dice, is survive the come out. And I say survive it because you're probably playing the ATS, right? You're probably here. If you're throwing come out 7s, you're winning here and losing here on the ATS, right? And it's a waste. So I say survive. I want to get a craps numbers are fine, but I want to get a point established pretty quick. My next goal is to YOLO, right? Today I'm playing 320 across. I could go 320, take my $70 win and drop all the way down to 64 across and take a 1 shot and get out of here and start playing craps. Or I could do what I'm going to do and take 3. Either way, I may just be YOLOing anyway. So to me, the first goal is get a point. The second goal is survive this right here. We want to avoid the PSO. Can we do that and get our YOLO to pay off? Well, today we do. A lot of times we don't, but today we did. We got our 427 or 426 rather, which is great. And we know that pays, in our case, $70. And I would have had my $10 there. I forgot. $10 we lose on the craps. We can mark our 6 over here, put our next $10 out there, and we're going to take our 4 and 10 down, make them look like $10 each, and bring 150 to the rack, and we're halfway safe. Okay, that's roll 1. So we did it. We got a point. We survived the YOLO. My option there would have been to go right to 64 across if I wanted to. I didn't decide that. My next goal then is to get 2 more. I want to get a point. I want to get 1. I want to get 3. Then I know I'm playing relatively safe craps at this point. So let's see if we can't get to the third one like I always talk about. There's a 4. We don't do it. Today we didn't do it. 437 didn't work out. And that sucks, but it's also reality, right? And that's why we talk about the short game all the time. We got 2 hits on the ATS, nothing happened in there. We end up losing half our money, not all of it. We took 1 shot, we lost half. Again, coming in cold, that'll happen. I favor the 1 hitting down for that reason often. Although to go 1 hitting down, you got to have big risk, right? If you're a $1,000 player going 320 across, it's a third of your bankroll that you're putting at risk for that 1 YOLO roll. Tough deal, right? You could be at 750 across, right? That's a lot of money if you're only buying in for, let's say, $1,500 or $2,000. So you got to think about what you're doing there. But anyway, that's it. That's our roll today. We didn't make money this morning. Didn't get to our second goal, but most times I don't. Coming in cold like that, it's really hard to get to your second one there. So, all right, let's get to your chats and we'll see what's going on. And I have an announcement to make that's not on the announcements list. So my apologies when I get to the screen here. We have another one to make and I just forgot to put it in this morning. I'm sorry about that. So the first one, Friday Night Fights. I don't know what's up with Carl, if he can play a different night or not. I haven't reached out to him. It's just busy. I'll talk to him today and see if we can't do with Carl, we'll find somebody else to play. And again, if you haven't done so yet, get yourselves on the list. It's easy. Just go to Heads Up Craps, go to casinogaming.tv, a link right in the top, for Heads Up Craps, click the link, press the button, you're in. It's not that hard. You're all in the Discord already. Every one of you is in Discord. The login button, if you're in Discord, it just works. Lets you in, press the button, you're on the list. Let's keep the list growing. That's fun. We've had a couple of short games recently that haven't been the most fun because they're too short, but by and large, that system is pretty good. I'm liking what we're doing there. So get involved, please. Live Fantasy Craps tonight. Again, I mentioned before, Arnell is going to be taking care of us on Live Fantasy Craps. If you don't know what that is, it happens every Wednesday night on this channel at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And essentially, Arnell will just drop a link to you. It's like a Zoom link, but it's not really Zoom. It's a different thing. You click the link. You share your camera feed of your table or whatever feed you're sharing, and you're in the game, and that's it. And it basically works like a big craps table. Like player 1 goes, then player 2 goes, then player 3 goes, and we just play on our own tables with our own money against the other guy's rolls. So when I'm rolling, you're betting on me, and when I'm done, then the next person gets the dice. Their camera goes on screen. They're rolling. You can work your bets against them. These are all guys that are using this time mostly to practice their throwing. So it is what it is. It's good time to work your strategies against other players as roles instead of just you on your own table. So I think it's fun. Take care or check that out tonight if you can. I'm probably going to play tonight. I think I may play. I have a meeting at 5 o'clock that we'll see. I may have to jump in late, but there's that. Craps Chat is going to be on Sunday this week. This Sunday coming up, which is great. Jeff's got back on good rhythm here. So Craps Chat Sunday with Jeff and Skill. That should be fun. I don't know what the topic's going to be. They haven't talked about what they're going to talk about yet. So maybe in the chat here, Skill and Jeff can talk about what your plans are for subject matter. But anyway, Craps Chat coming Sunday. You know I love Craps Chat. It's like my favorite thing. So that's coming up. The other thing I didn't put on here, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot this because I was literally just thinking about it, is the fantasy football. So I was talking to Chris yesterday, Dice DGen. Y'all had a great chat yesterday. And by the way, first day of training camp for my Seahawks. The first day towards the #1 draft pick next year. I think we're going to suck this year, but who's going to be QB1 next year is my question. But anyway, fantasy football, Chris is going to take care. He's going to be the commissioner of fantasy football. Now, I'm saying that out loud. I'm going to go play craps here in a minute. You guys are going to ignore everything I say after we say this. But Chris is going to take charge of that. We can decide whether we're going to be a pay league, like a bounty at the end of it kind of a thing, $50 in, everybody, winner take all. Depends on if there's going to be 30 people, 5 people, or 100 people who want to play. So Chris could be, Louis, I got one. I had my Eagle shirt. The problem with the Eagle shirt that I've got is that it's so tore up. It's from when I lived in Philly. So I can barely wear it because there's all these rips in it. So I have a jersey that I'll wear, but today's 100 degrees. I'm not wearing a jersey. I do have plenty of Eagle stuff. And I said Eagles, not Eagles. Anyway, so Chris is going to take care of fantasy football for us. He'll be the commish. Y'all can decide if you want to do, like I said, money in, money out type of thing. You want to just do it for fun. You want to have 2 leagues. If we have 30 people, it'll probably be 3 leagues of 10 or 3 divisions of 10, each one with its own separate winnings. Anyway, talk about it in chat. Chris will take care of it. There's a channel in the Discord called #FantasyFootball that you all can get in there and talk in there about it too, because obviously these chats go away. So do what you will with that. And that's it. That's my announcements for this morning. The next thing to talk about, of course, excuse me, is our daily dose of DI, which today I'm going to go on the opposite side of DI, where we say dice influence is dangerous. By the way, Duracell, I don't want to pay to play, not that into it. Again, it's a personal choice, right? Some people like these, like even like $5, throw $5 in at the end of it. Somebody wins $60. It's fun. I don't care what you do. Anyway, back to the show. The daily dose of DI. I've heard this said before. So people say, dice influence is dangerous. I've heard other words used. Insidious, I've heard used. I heard wonderful, amazing. Insert adjective here for how you want to describe the practice of dice control, or dice influence. But this is the one I want to talk about today. It's dangerous, or it's insidious. And I might even do insidious tomorrow, because dangerous is different than insidious. Dangerous means this, and I've seen it, and you may see it tonight in Fantasy Craps. Actually, people will overbet their skill. Right? I'm not one of those people. Right? My path along the dice influence road is here. I'm not doing this yet, right? Some people believe that they're here and even plateaued and they're doing great. That's fantastic, right? But a lot of folks overbet it. I've had people email me, hey, I've been trying the chopper out. I tried it in the casino after seeing your show. Well, If you saw a show on the chopper from me throwing it, or you watch a couple of Cashier's Cage videos, that's not the time to go to the casino and bet heavy on a throw that A, is really hard to pull off, and B, that you haven't practiced yet, right? That's really dangerous, to use the word that's on screen here. So be careful with it, right? If you're gonna do it, you gotta tread lightly. Look at me every day. Every day I come out here, I'm throwing the chopper, cold out of the, I literally wake up in the morning, I have a cup of coffee, I take a shower, come down here, and I throw dice. Like, that's the first thing I do. It's always a 7 right away. I play the horseman on myself. Don't pass on myself with a couple of come bets until I feel like I'm like warm and ready to go. When I see people go out there and they'll do 640 across, right? Or 540 inside or something like that, and they grab the dice, they set them up and they throw, and they point one number hits and they're out all the time. They're overbetting their skill. That's where it's dangerous, because you get this false sense of security that I can do this and I'm going to make a shit ton of money on myself. And it's, you can't overbet the thing, right? If you think you can throw them, that's great, right? A regression system like I'm showing you here, or something like that, get even, right? Play without risk. Then you can press like a maniac if you want to. But so many people, I watch them set, grip, throw with way too much money out there, way too much money out there. And again, that's not the point of it. The point of influence is not to have a 30-roll monster and bet my mortgage payment on myself. That's not the goal, but I see a lot of that. And people who fall into the trap of, I'm practicing, therefore I can bet a ton of money, that's a dangerous thing. So if you're gonna practice this, practice it, don't bet on it until you are actually getting the numbers you expect to see, in some rhythm that you can expect to repeat, and some mechanics that you can actually rely on. It's a multiple years pursuit. It's not the kind of thing that you watch some videos on and just roll out there and do it. You gotta be really careful with it. And it can be super dangerous, because you can get this bloated sense of, hey, I'm throwing 15 rollers at my house. Let me go to the casino and drop 650 out there, or 750 or 640. And you go, wow, what happened to my money, right? You cannot overbet your skill. You can't overbet your confidence. It's a tool. It's a tool. To me, it's a tool to get a point, to get a YOLO, to get 2 more hits and be in profit so that I can maybe have a run. It's a tool to get me from point A to point B. But for me, point B is here. Point B is not my ceiling. Does that make sense? So that's my talk about DI today. I want to call that out, because I'm doing a lot of talking about it. Every night, you can watch me every single night. You can watch me at my table. I go live every night. I'm doing about 100 rolls or so a night, roughly thereabouts, working on it. And you can see the successes and the failures as I go. It's not the kind of thing that we're just going to roll out there and just jump in with a pile of money on. So you've got to temper your expectations and be realistic about your actual skills. If you have skills, if it's real. Does that make sense? So there it is. That's my daily dose of DI for you. I will talk about what I'm seeing in my rolls here in a little bit. I want you to see that on the table when we get back there. I'm gonna put Waylon's comment up. This is why it's best to play a strategy that wins on a random roller. Remember, to some degree, everybody's random, right? You can control the dice up to the point where they hit the deck, and then it's kind of like, you hope you set them up for success is the best that you can say that you do. But you're right, Waylon, every strategy that we perform, or that we practice, that we teach on, that I do, that most of us do, I generally speaking don't throw controlled when I'm here teaching you guys. I huck them out there, right? Because if there's anything to dice influence, right, great, you're gonna do better than random, right? But if you can survive a random just shake and bake and throw them out there, your strategy can survive that. It's gonna survive and thrive if you have some control. I think you're right. That's the most important thing, Waylon. We have got to make our stuff work and practice on completely random. When I'm practicing betting, I never throw the dice like I'm trying to throw them, right? Except for in the morning, because I'm getting practice in. When I'm practicing, it's always random, because I want my strategies to work on a 3-roller and a 20-roller the exact same. I want to have the same confidence in what I'm doing at the table. And that's why the horseman comes to be, right? The horseman works great on them short rolls. It works great on a long roll. It's a good way to play. Waylon's got some stuff too that does that with his laddering. Again, bankroll based, but same thing. It works against random. It'll work better when you're throwing the dice well. And I think that is super, super important. Duracell says this, one of the first things Heavy talks about is managed expectations. And he's right. I was talking to Greg, my friend from 555 Craps yesterday, about dice control a little bit. And we were actually I may share this with you at some point. We're talking about the personality types. Like he was warning me, he was like, hey, make sure that your associations out there are solid and sound, right? With the people that you're talking to and that kind of thing. And there are people who are the snake oil guys. There are snake oil salesmen, we know this, right? That are just out there to bleed you and make money off of this talent they've got. There are other guys. Heavy is in this group of people, I think, that are in it for the right reasons, right? Yes, he's making money. Yes, he charges for stuff. So some of you may say, well, that's BS. You should never charge people for whatever, right? Whatever. I mean, he's turned this into his livelihood versus going to work every day. So to me, if you can find a way to make craps your livelihood, that's pretty damn cool. But I think Heavy's in it for the right reasons. Heavy's not in there to make a bunch of money off of you. And he's tempering expectations. He definitely tells you what you can expect. He's honest. He's open about it. He never chip porns. He always reports his losses. You watch him online. He's very, very, very transparent about that. I think I respect that about him. Again, you don't have to love that he charges, but you do have to love that the guy is definitely out there and honest and transparent. So I think it's a great point to bring up. I really like that. Thanks, Dorsal, for bringing that out there. And Victor says this too, just use John Patrick's advice. And Patrick, to me, is kind of it's the dumbest thing, right? The simplest thing, right? Take a hit, lock up your profit, and go from there. And that's what I'm talking about here. Me, it's 3 hits typically, right? I can YOLO it, 750 to 160. I can go 320, right, to 220 to 160 and be out in 2 rolls and have my lockup and play risk-free. And if you're playing risk-free, you can make some money. But don't use DI as your reason for going out there at 540, 640, 750 or something crazy like that, right? Don't do that. So be careful. Vince, it's Heavy, Steve Haltom. There you go. So that's it. That's my DI talk this morning. Let's go back and talk about the next thing, which is this. I want to pick up where we were yesterday. I want to pick up and talk about if I gave you $100, right? Let's say that your system worked, right? The Patrick we just talked about, what I'm trying here. Let's say I get my 3 hits and I make my money. What are we doing next, right? That's risk-free money, right? You earned it. You worked for it. You had to get a come out number. You had to get a YOLO in possibly, or you had to get 3 hits, whatever it is, to get your profit and your lockup. Now you got this profit. What are we doing with the profit? There's no strings attached. I'm not asking for it back. I'm not profit sharing. I want to know what you would do without going full degenerate, Vince, and putting your entire profit in the field. What would you do with your profit on your early hit to make money long term? What's your strategy? Well, yesterday we just kind of threw some ideas out there. Today I'm going to show you some. And I want to know from you, and you can put this in chat, what's in your box? Your toolbox. What tools do you have to pull out once you've got your profit lock? Roll 4, you've got your profit lock, $200, 175, whatever it is. What are you going to do next, right? And I don't want to talk about specific strategies here. I'm not talking about the skill 66. Maybe that is your strategy. But are you making line bets, right? Is your strategy to go take that money and work a don't pass progression for a little bit? Is your goal to take that money now, the 160 that you earn, to go a quarter on the pass line, max odds behind? Do you want to be that guy, right? Use your first box hit to make those bets so you can get the low house edge, right? Do you want to go and flip dark side? There's a million ways to play dark side, right? Do you want to just go place bets? Like you want to, okay, I did it. I won 160. I can do the skill 66, 3 times with that money, with my earnings. That's great. You can give it 3 shots. That's awesome. You earned the right to do your thing 3 times, if that's your plan. There's 1,000 different pressing methods in place betting, right? But do you want to turn that profit into a place betting system? Do you want to do a ladder? Like, does your profit, was it big enough to do a small ladder? One of Waylon's things, right? Did you earn enough to ladder twice? Okay, that's cool. We'll give it 2 shots. We'll see what happens. It's not a huge hammer, but it's a hammer enough to give it a shot, right? Do you want to do some kind of a field progression, right? Or you want to go hopping? Do you want to go reading trends and try hopping, right? Once you get to profit, I love this, Eric made of tin, disposable income, we love you, right? If you're talking about this, then I'll put it up there. When you get that disposable income, right? Once you get to like, you've locked in profit and you've got extra to play with, this is what I'm talking about. Like, why did you come to the craps table? I didn't come to the craps table for 1 hit and down. I didn't come to the craps table for 3 hits and down. I came to the craps table to win money progressively, hopefully quickly. I use that first hit or the first 3 hits as a tool to give me the disposable income I need to play the way I want to play. Does that make sense to you? So with that said, in the chat, in the comments, in Discord, talk about this. I want to know not how you're going to get to your goal. How you get to your goal is one thing. What are you playing with when you're playing purely with profit? Purely with profit, and profit that you're okay with losing. What is your strategy? What is your go-to? So let's go back to the table and we'll just play it out a little bit. I have no plan today. I'm literally just going to roll the dice and see what happens here. Let's try and get some profit. Okay, let's try and get ourselves into a position where we can make a decision, right? I want to be in a position to make a decision, not have my decision made for me. Okay, in the morning, the first roll I did today, my decision got made for me because I 7'd out so fast, right? It was a disaster. Let's do it again. Let's go out here. I've got 350 here in my rack, right here. Let's go out again with 350, and I'm going to move this, I think, so you can see it better. There we go. Keep moving my rack and you can't see it. Let's do the 350 again. And again, it doesn't matter what we play to get to goal, right? My goal is going to be 160. My goal is not going to be 64. So I'm going to be a little bit riskier than normal, right? I'm going to play this a little bit harder, which means I'm going to have a little bit more risk for a little bit longer of a period of time, and I'm okay with that, all right? Here's my 30 bucks in the rack. Puck is going to be off. Again, we're going to roll it randomly. We're going to try and survive and thrive. There's a 9, 6, 3, 9. That'll be our point. Let's get to goal first. And what I'm going to do here, the first time I get to goal, it may take me a minute to get there. We're going to save that and we're going to keep reusing that. Okay, 6, 3, 9. Now we need first goal, my personal first goal, survive right now. Get a YOLO that doesn't take my money. Okay, that's good. It's a 6 and a 3. So with the puck on, and I mark these, by the way, when I practice, what I do is this. I always mark the number with a black chip when I set the point because I can't collect on that. Then I mark it with a white chip to say, yeah, I collected on that one there. This is great. That pays 70 bucks. 50, 70 bucks. I keep forgetting to put my craps bet out there. It's not part of my normal game. So we lost the craps check. 70 bucks. I'm going to reduce the 4 and 10 just down to a quarter today, not all the way to 10 bucks. I'm going to keep them at the green level. If I re-hit one of these, I'm going to press on it. I'm going to press as I go down and get myself to the base. I want to get to 160 as safe as I can, as fast as I can. So there's our first hit. And our first hit brings into the rack 120 bucks. Okay, the 70 that I won plus the 50 that I pulled down. Now we're coming back out. Let's mark the 9, 6, 3. Let's get a point. There's going to be an 11, which doesn't matter for us. We're not on the line right here. There's a 4, a 3, and a 1. There's our 4. 3, 1, 4. So we have only so far survived the YOLO. We've not gotten our other 2 hits. So you'll find that the SRR number, how many rolls between 7s? So far, what I've rolled is 9, 9, 11, 4, 11, right? Let me put the 11 in there. 6, 5, yo. So 9, 9, 4, 11. Shit, I got that. I forgot the other 11. Hold on a second. 9, 9, 11, 4, 11. So we've got an SRR of 5. We've rolled 5 rolls. We've gotten one time we took money off the table. The rhythm of this game will get you. Rhythm is gonna get you. Channeling my inner Greg there. The rhythm of this game will get you because it seems like, yeah, you're rolling a bunch of stuff, but you can't always collect on it. Okay, so there's a 4 getting hit. That's fantastic, right? We'll turn the puck off. And again, the 4, to me, gets 2 chips, right? It gets the black chip because I couldn't collect when I set it as a point. It gets a white chip when I did collect, okay? That 4 is gonna pay 50. I'll drop a nickel out here and get my 1. 50 for 1. What do I do here? Well, we're going to pull the 5 and 9 down to a quarter. That's our plan always, right? We're going to go ahead and take the $100 in. Now, I have a chance here to press the 4 and 10 up or press just the 4 up at this point. I want to get back to my base as quick as I can. I want to get back to this 160 as fast as I can. However, I also want to be in the game. So we're going to take the $100 back to our rack here. And if I count my chips in the rack, I've got 100. I've got 220. Out of the 320 that I started with, that are some $100 down. The next hit, I'll be okay with that. The third hit, I'll be even. What I can do here is do a light press on the 4 and 10. I can take the $20 I've got extra here and drop that out there and get a little bit of extra juice on the outsides as I go and play it out that way. There's my 314. That's our second point. New point is going to be a 6. 426. Again, black chip, can't collect on it. Here's the money shot. Here's the money shot. 426. Right away, look at these points getting hit. 426, right back on it. Okay, there's the white chip. That's great. That's going to pay us our $70. 50, $70. We're going to bring it down to 160 and bring the rest of it to our rack. Now, I'm going to get the rack reset. There's 300 in the rack right there. If I take my reds, I can make $50 out of that. Actually, it's 55. So I'll take that. We'll get 2 greens. What I have in the rack is my initial bankroll back. I pulled it back down as we went, which is great. So I'm even. I've got $9, which who cares? The important thing is I've got 160 out here. Okay. And this is the part where we say, what's the decision? The puck is off. And interestingly enough, look at the rhythm of this thing, right? Point set, point hit, point set, point hit, point set, point hit. We had 6 box number hits, only 3 times we pulled money off. Isn't that crazy? The rhythm of this game is interesting, right? I rolled 2 6s, 2 9s, 2 4s, and I collected 3 damn times. I mean, of course, the pass line would have won, right? But that's interesting how the rhythm of this thing, you think you're rolling really good, but you're not actually pulling money off, right? There's an argument to be made to work the come out, right? I won't work the come out if it's a place betting system. I just won't. But that's me. So now here we are. This is what I want. I wanted to get to the point where we had to make a decision, right? Now we have a decision to make. Let's talk about our decision while the puck is off. I got 5 and 4 is $9. If I take these, there's $25. And again, we're not going to go out there 160 across. It's kind of boring, okay? But that was our goal, to get to 160. And now we've got, there's 100, there's 75, 185, 189 is what that earned us. Now, I'm going to leave the 189 as our number. I'm not going to do this part again for this morning's talk. I'm not going to do the getting to the base. We got to base. We got our points hit. We got our YOLO done. We got our 3 hits to profit. Our profit to this point, remember, money in the rack that we started with, our 350. I've got, what did I say, 180, 186, right? 180, 185, 189. That's our number. 189 is our number. What do we do with the one? As a matter of fact, because I'm dumb, I'm going to forget it. I'm going to put 175, 185. I'm going to put this out here so I don't forget what the number is, because I will forget. There's 189. We'll put it over here. 100, 75, 85, 189. That's our money to play with. What are you going to do with that money? Because this is the question, right? This could easily become 160 across, right? When I throw the next 7, it all goes bye-bye. This could easily become, like I say before, a don't come system. This could become 66 inside that you can run 3 times. 66 times 3 is 180 plus 18, 198. You can basically run it twice for sure, maybe 3 times, okay? You've earned the right to do something with these profits. Frankly, you could take $75 of this and put it back here in your rack and lock 75 and say, well, really what I got is, and these are my drink tokens, right? Here's my profit, $75, my dollar drink tokens and VIGs, and I've got 110 actually to play with, right? That might be the smarter way to do this. You worked really hard. You got 110 to play with. What are you doing with the 110, right? You could burn the whole 185 if you want to. I don't care. But what are you doing? What is your best way to play with that money? And that's the whole point of today. It's not what I'm going to do right now as a shooter, as John, right? What I'm probably going to do with it, frankly, is go past line of max odds because I hit 3 points in 2 seconds, right? Today seems like it's a good right side day. This might be the past line max odds, hit the home run and get the hell out of here kind of a day, right? It might just be a come better's paradise today. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and take this money. I'm going to get, let's get 50 in green and 50 in red for that 100. I'm going to work the pass line down there for 10 bucks, and I'm going to work a couple of come bets. We're going to go full, like we'll do like a 3-point Johnny kind of a thing, and play it that way. Let's do that just because we're hitting lots of points, a lot of quick repeaters. When I see repeaters like that, come betting seems to make more sense. Let's do that system today. Just for grins, we'll see what happens. Let me come out with a new point here. But again, you can do whatever the hell you want to. There's a billion ways to play. And you've been watching my show and other shows for years. 549, next point. 549, let's mark that with the black chip. You've been watching, I'll put the payment chips behind, I guess. That's a better place for them. Watching our shows for years, there's 1,000 ways to play, right? Waylon's got a book with 50 million strategies in it. Right, Jeremy Kolarov has done 600 strategy videos. What happens now doesn't really matter to me, as long as you came in with a plan to turn your 110 or whatever your winnings were. Again, in our case, it was the 180. What are you turning that into? What is that strategy going to become for you? Let's see if a simple come betting system will work. With the way that we're throwing repeaters here, does come betting make sense for us today? Let's find out. There's a 5, 3, 2, 5. Right, and again, the way that we're rolling, I'm going to bank the repeaters. Now, again, the 3-point Johnny, I don't odds these numbers until they're set. We're going to get 3 of them set. If I can keep them rolling, we're going to be great. There's a 6-1 or a 5-1 mixer. 5-1 mixer, go visit Chris at Sideshow Gamble. There's our third comeback coming through. 1, 2, 3. So that's our first like actual loss of the day. I will do another comeback, but only one more. 2, 1, 3. There's a 5, 1, 6. That's great. That actually repeats into the 6. Now we're not going to get any juice on this, right? We didn't put odds up there. I don't put the odds up until all 3 are set because I want the 7 to help me out here. All right. I still want to get 3 come bets live. Did I put the 6 that I didn't? 5, 1, 6. This is a 6, 5 yo. So we get paid back on that craps number that took our 10 bucks earlier. 5, 1, 6. Look at the 6s. Look at the 6s. Whew. Another 10 bucks there. So I'm going to read that, and we're totally going in and getting some odds on that 6. We're going to go 25 for 30 on the odds there. It's making sense now. Was that a 5-1 mixer again? Ugly, 6, 6. But here's what happens when you're rolling randomly. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get randomness. There's a 9, 5, 4, 9. That's awesome. So we go to the 9. Puck comes off. Pass line gets paid. I'm going to stack the winning on the pass line down there. And now we've got 3 come bets that are live. Okay. I play these a little bit aggressively, and not with a lot of money. I'm going to put odds, single odds or double odds here. Single odds on the 5 and the 9, 10 to win 15 on the come out. I'm working the come out. I always work my odds on the come out with my what do you call it? It was a 9, right? 5, 4, 9. Okay, I worked my odds on come bets on the come out. It's a 1 roll risk. When I work place bets, I don't work the come outs because of the multiple come out 7s that we tend to see. But here, especially when I'm rolling decently like this, or we're on a okay little streak, to me, let's take the shot if we can. There's aces. That's a bummer because we're going to lose our pressed up pass bet. That really sucks. Let me get nickels for the quarter. We'll go back down. Put the quarter away. Let me mark that in. Aces in both places. All right, 639, that's great. So the point becomes a 9. We're hitting the repeaters. That's awesome. We'll take the lammer off there. That 9's going to come down. It's a come bet. We get paid 1 in the front. We get paid 3 in the back. Right, that feels like $25 win. That's pretty cool. Right back in the come we go. We're going to let this thing work itself through and see if we can get these bets to pay off. Now, I'll leave my odds up. Once I've gotten paid on one, to me, they're okay to leave up. I would actually put some odds back there behind that and let it roll. There's a hard 4. The 2-2. 2-2 hard 4. Okay. I will not put odds on the 4. I'll put odds on the 5, 6, 8, 9. Even though the odds here pay true, this is a wasted bet to me. I'm not going to throw good money after bad there, but we'll see if that was a good or bad decision here in a few minutes, right? Sorry for the rack mess. Hard 10, don't matter. Although, if you're keeping track of such things, there's 2 field numbers, the 9, the 4, and the 10, 3 field numbers in a row. If you're tracking, that might be a thing you want to jump into. Okay, this might be not a bad time to hammer that a little bit. Again, you're playing with that extra money. There's the 5, 2, 7. That rolled over on me. That was a 5, 2. So we gave it a shot, right? We gave it a run, right? It actually was a pretty good little roll by yours truly there, Johnny Rando. And there we are, right? We took a shot with it. Now again, was it the right strategy to play? No. Right? Could I have made more money? Sure. But again, what you do is you say, well, I worked really hard earlier to win 180 bucks. And I turned that 180. In this case, I turned 180 into 40, right? Or 35, which sucks. But you took a shot. You read the table. Hey, look, we're seeing repeaters. Let's go come betting, right? We're seeing a bunch of repeaters. Let's let the dice make some decisions for us. Let's go at it that way and see if we can't ride that train a little bit, right? Had I been on the odds with the 6, right? A true 3-point Molly would have had odds on the 6 right away. I tend to ease into that thing and wait till all 3 are set before I do the odds. Cost myself 60 bucks by doing that. But again, I pulled something out of my toolbox that I thought was going to work given the conditions that the table's in. If you're charting tables and you read the condition, that's what I felt like was going to be the best strategy for us to play at that moment. Okay. So now we've got, let's log that 7 in, by the way, 5, 2, 7. Okay. So there's a pretty good roll. We had a 21 roller, right? That's pretty okay. I didn't make any money on the 21 roller. We actually lost money on that. We didn't lose money. We lost opportunity. Okay, could have played it differently, for sure. But I want you to think about again what's in your toolbox. Right, you're not going to go probably from 320 to 160, and then like I said yesterday, say a Hail Mary and hope that your 160 does something for you, unless that was your play. Let's do it again. Let's go ahead and reset my whole rack. Here's that $9 that I had from before. We had the one, I'll do it like this. There's 175, 180. Okay, here's the 180. If I take my profits in, let's do the skill 66 now. Okay, let's say we did before the same exact money. We'll start with the same base. We did our work. We got the 180. Let's go ahead and skill 66 at this time. Let's say that was my goal. My goal was to get to where I can play 66 inside. We'll take our $9 change from our dealer. We'll get set up with 66 inside. And as you recall, when we were at the point to make this decision, the puck was off because I had just hit the point of 6. The puck turned off and I said, pull my money down. And we had 189. Here's 66 of the 189. Here's the rest of it over here. So if we need to go back, we certainly can go back and replace. Now we're going to get a point. 516. And let's play the hell out of the system. 5-1 mixer. Let's go. Give me 2 inside hits here. That's all we need. Oh no. 437. Sucks, right? 437 sucks. We lose 66 bucks. And it hurts really bad, right? But 50, 65, 66 out of my rack. Same bet, please. Right? I'm just playing on the money that I earned earlier. I earned the right to try this a couple times. I worked hard early to win 180 to try this a couple of times. Let's try it again. Let's go back at it. 549. Here we go. 2 inside hits. Skill. Give me some love. 2 inside hits. 415. That pays $21. We drop a buck from our rack. Say 22 inside pressure, please. And the dealers will hook you up with 22 bucks. Make everything look like 88 inside. 20, 20, 24, 24. 415. That's your YOLO, but the skill 66 requires 2 inside hits. Right? There's the 4, 2, 6. The lumber, okay, 24 pays $28. And in skill 66 style, we do a regression. We're gonna go back down to 44. Now we've done here, if you follow the math or follow the chips, a double regression. Went from 320 down to 66 inside, made 66 look like 44. So we double regressed, and what we've done is locked up some money. Look at the rack. We're gonna have 75. If I make this look like a quarter, there's 115 and a bunch of white chips. So we have about 125 bucks roughly in the rack and 44 at play. So we basically won back what we lost in that previous 66. This is the time now to just go crazy, right? No more regressions. Matter of fact, I'm locking this up. We've got 350. Our starting bankroll, there's 450. I've turned 350 into 450. I'm happy with that. That's I'm out of here money. I'm walking out of here money. This is my shot. This is our home run. If we can get it. If we can get a home run, we're gonna be on it. I'm gonna white, red this thing now. We're gonna go 325. 5's gonna pay 14 bucks. We're gonna drop a buck to get 15 for 1. I'm gonna do a full press of that 5, which makes it look like a quarter. So boom. First press goes to a quarter. If we get it again, one more press up and then we'll collect on it. 549, same thing. 549, the 9s and 5 work the same way. We drop a buck and say make it look like 25. They make it look like a quarter. Now they're both hooked up. Did I put the 9 in? No. 5-4. That was the point being hit, by the way. Safe roll here. 426. Again, not working to come out. And there's your 7. You're done. We gave it a shot. It didn't work. We had 2 bets up at the quarter level, and that was the end of it. But we locked our 100, made a good decision, right? So twice we did the 66. One time we got to play. One time we didn't. We made our money back. Good, good, right? Let's do it again. Let's reset everything. 9 bucks. 9 bucks. We have 180. There's the 100, 75, 180. Plus the 9, right? With the 180, what do you want to do now? Let's work something different. Let's take the 180 and let's work something completely different. Let's work, I don't know. We can do a little 410 Bank Street if you want to. You have a lot of options here with this. This is a pretty good amount of money. We can 410 Bank Street this thing and even ladder it up if you want to. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and get, let's get some reds, right? Let's get a $15 4 and 10. Actually, let's do 20. We'll do $20 4 and 10, okay? And from that, you're gonna get $10 and change. So 20, 20, 40, right? 10 bucks change. We'll grab the hard ways here for a nickel each. Technically speaking, at this level, I'd wanna go another quarter, actually, and get them to 15 each. I like to have them at 15 and 20 because what happens here is 20 pays 40, you lose 15, you rack a quarter. Let's 410 Bank Street this at 20 and 15 and see how we do. Let's mark the 527. Let's play it out. And again, now I'm turning the 180 into a different opportunity. 426 is the point. Let's go. Let's hit them 4s and 10s. Let's make Waylon happy and make some cash. 639, we don't care. Can we get some outside? We haven't had a lot of outsides today, actually. Repeater 9. 6-3. 1, 2, 3. Ace deuce, ace freely. Here we go. Aces. Look at that. From an ace deuce to aces. Interesting. Okay, here we go. 516, that's the point being hit. That's the mixer, Chris. That's the mixer. Right back on it, same roll, 516. Right back on the point, same number, repeater, dice repeater. Give me a freaking outside, will you? 6-5, yo. Mid-mo, yo. Come on, 6-2-8. Boy, oh boy, we cannot hit anything. 410 Bank Street today ain't our friend, right? 6-2-8. But again, we're just pulling things out of our toolbox. There's a 4. That's great. 3-1-4. So what happens here, we win a quarter. We're going to lose the hard 4 for 15 bucks. You're going to lose 15. Down here, 20 is going to pay 40 for 1. I got to drop my vig money, okay? So we drop 1 to get 40. We lose our $15 hard way 4. I replace the hard way with the 3 reds, and I rack 25 bucks, right? Which pays for the initial bet on the 4. So we have one bet covered on the Bank Street. We need to get the hard ways to hit. That's where the Bank Street makes its money, right? 3-2-5. 1-2-3 again. 1-2-3. Does not help me at all. Look at that repeater on that. Interesting. 1-2-3. A lot of horns. A lot of horns. And what you'll see here, by the way, is when you're throwing kind of randomly like this, you end up with way more in here than you'd like to see. 5-3-8. 5-3-8. Come on. Give me an outside number. Another 8. 6-2 this time. Boy, we should be on the inside ladder, not the outside ladder. There's a 5. There's a 5. Actually, I think right here, Wadeland's ultimate inside would be crushing it right now, right? We want to be in here pressing the 4. And actually, you know what's funny? We could switch out of this real quick. Let's do it. Let's actually, in the midstream, I'm going to switch, 3-2-5, because Wadeland did a video this morning that I kind of liked, actually. He was doing this. Let's take these down, and let's just do a, we'll do it like this. Put 18 in the middle on the 6. I think, is it 18? I think no, he didn't have 18. He had 64 across. I'm going to do this at super low level, okay? Let's get some whites here. And Waylon, if I screw this up, sorry, but I just saw it like over coffee this morning. So we're going to do this. We're going to take the inside bets and we're going to press up the outside numbers. We're going to work it that way and pull them down as we go. Butterberging to the outside. Let's work that right now. 3-2-5 was the last one. Let's go. Aces. 5-3-8. So what he's been doing, I think, right? We're going to take 15 for 1 here on that 8. Take the 8, and you make the 10 and the 4. Make the 4 look like a quarter, the 10 look like 20. So he's really hammering the outsides here. And the 8 comes actually down when you do it. So you're just going to burn the inside in favor of the outside. Kind of an interesting way of doing it. 5-3-8. You need to hit the 4 and 10 to make it work. Well, there's a 7, of course. That was coming. That was a long roll. That was like a 20 roller. Anyway, point being, look at our rack, right? We started that whole sequence out there with the 180, and I've still got 125. I have 140 still in the rack, right? We basically ripped 40 bucks out there to have a little bit of fun with it and try something without risk. Going way back to the first point that I made, which is like, what is the goal of your strategy, right? Your goal should not ever be, let me just regress down, have everything across, and do the Hail Mary thing. I want you to have a plan. I want you to work hard early to win your 185. Win your 185. Work hard to win this, and then make a good decision with it. Don't just leave it sitting out there and praying to God for the heater. Have your plan. I don't care what your plan is. Have your plan. There's a million things you can do, right? I'm gonna come back over here to the computer. There's a million ways to play this, right? It doesn't matter what your preferred way to play is. If you're gonna try and read it, great. If you're gonna try something you had planned to do, like I'm coming to the casino today, I did this last week. I'm coming today to play the Grim Reaper. I wanna try the Reaper in a real casino with other players. I wanna do that really bad, right? Cool. what I did was jump right out of my bankroll into the Reaper, and we got whacked early. Had I done something like this, where we earned the 180 to play the 160, that is the Reaper the way I played it, would have been way better off, right? So go there, short term it with a plan to cover what you're trying to actually do to make money. My actual plan was the Reaper. My getting to the plan should have been 320 down and go, right? Does that make sense? So you have a lot of things in your toolbox. I've taught you a lot of stuff. Everybody's got a channel. They're teaching you a ton of things. You're seeing a billion different strategies rolled out every day. There's DGen and Sideshow and Mac and everybody. Waylon's got a strategy a minute, it seems like, right? Tons of things that you can do to play. Practice them, know them, and reach in your toolbox based on what the table's telling you to do, number one, what you wanted to try, number two, but do it from a positive, funded position, okay? From a positive, funded position. Make sure you earn the money to do the thing you're trying to do. Don't just feed that damn beast. Be careful with it, okay? Goes back to my earlier point about dice influence. Dice influence is dangerous, right? I'll put that slide back up again. DI is dangerous because people overbet their skill. I think strategy play is also dangerous. You come to the casino with 10 shooters worth of 320 across, hoping that one of them goes on a heater. That's dangerous too, because you're not playing that money smartly, right? Do all you can to get on profit play. You want to be on profit play as often as possible. And that's my talk. That's my morning show. It's 8:55. Let me check the chat here for anything that's coming at me here. Oh my God, Texas Dice, you got to be kidding. Now, you're going to talk shit on me now on my own show. This is like USFL football this year. We're going to be, although I'm super stoked about Kenneth Walker. I mean, I'm a Michigan State guy. So Kenneth Walker is our running back. I'm stoked to watch that kid play. They're going to be awful this year, the Hawks, but I'm excited for him. They're on, it's a youth thing, right? I think we got the right coaching. We'll be fine. The thing is, though, the Cowboys have been minor league football for decades. When is the last time the Cowboys did anything? Anywhere for anybody? Nothing, right? You guys have kind of sucked for a matter of fact, Cowboys just suck. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, as an Eagles fan, growing up, I was at the Battery game, by the way. I was at the game where Michael Irvin got the batteries. I was there. I can tell you that story firsthand, what happened, if you ever want to hear it. My dad was at the Santa Claus game where they pelted him with snowballs at Franklin Field. My dad was there. A lot of stories about that, right? Reputation, well-earned, well-deserved, but yeah, no thank you on the Cowboys. Q. No other questions coming in. There was another thing from Texas Dice. He said, DI is not dangerous when you only bet what you can lose at the table. Now, there's another great point, and I want to make sure that we highlight this point because it's important. How do I say this right? Go to the casino with money you can burn, right? Go to the casino with money you can afford not to lose, that you're happy to lose, right? If I bring $1,000 to the casino, it's coming out of the bank account but has money in it that I don't care about, right? My 401g account. If I lose that money, it does not affect my life. I don't care, right? I have a different risk tolerance with that money than if I were to pull money out of my checking account and go to the casino, right? So you're right. It's dangerous, and not just DI, but strategy play is dangerous unless you're betting what you can afford to lose, or you're willing to lose, or you're happy to put at risk. You got to play that way. Waylon always says you can't play with scared money. I never play with scared money, right? I hate losing what I put out there, right? So scared money or safe money or whatever it is, I don't want to lose the grand that I brought. If I do, it sucks, but it's okay, right? The point of it is that's money that I feel is already profit play. Everything on my 401g account is there because I won it, right? I started it with 1,000. I built it up to 5 or 6 or whatever. That's all winnings that built that account up. So I'm playing on profits anyway. I look at it that way. So you should as well. Work hard to get that. T-Gen says it's okay. The Eagles fans, I never left, baby. I never left. I'm an Eagles fan through and through. I'm born and raised Philly. I mean, here's the thing. I'm worried about this. The Flyers won the cup in the 70s, right? I was alive, but I wasn't aware when they won. I was only like 6 years old. But I've seen every team now, except for I have a couple bucket list teams left, right? The Eagles have finally won a Super Bowl when I was conscious. I can't believe that. The Hawks won a Super Bowl. The Phillies won a World Series. I've seen the Sixers win the NBA championship. I watched the Sonics win the championship. I'm waiting on the Flyers and the Mariners to win a championship in my adult lifetime. And then when that happens, you can probably count me out. Like that's my bucket list. God's coming to take me. That's the last two like events that have to happen, then I'm going to be out. So it's going to be, I don't know. I'm a huge sports nut. I'm a huge sports fan. So Philly and Seattle, green and blue running through and through. So, all right, y'all, that's it. I got to get to work. Y'all have a great day. It was a lot of fun today. I don't know. I just dig it. I dig rolling random stuff. Not always having a plan is where it's at. Today's SRR, by the way, was 16. I had two or three rolls that were enormous. So that's kind of great job for Random Randy right there. So, all right, y'all have a great day. Love you. Oh wait, I got to put this up. Let's be honest. The symbol of America is the eagle. Hence, the Eagles are really America's team. I'm gonna end the show with that. D-Gen, Chris, you rock. Thanks. Y'all have a great day. God bless every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.